The legislation signed today by Governor Newsom is among several new bills designed to protect the state's immigrant community. ABC 7 News reporter Cornell Bernard details next steps and the response from the Department of Homeland Security.
Immigrants have rights, and we have the right to stand up and push back, and that's what we're doing.
Governor Gavin Newsom speaking in Los Angeles, where he signed the so-called No Secret Police Act, sponsored by State Senator Scott Wiener, banning ICE agents from covering their faces during immigration raids.
ICE, unmask. What are you afraid of? You're going to go out and you're going to do enforcement? Provide an ID. Tell us which agency you represent. Provide us basic information that all local law enforcement is required to provide.
The ban is California's direct response to immigration raids statewide, where ICE agents have covered their faces. Newsom also signing other bills designating schools and healthcare facilities as safe spaces for immigrants.
No one should be afraid in their community that a masked person will just come and snatch them up out of nowhere, unidentified and unannounced.
The Department of Homeland Security urged Newsom to veto the unmasking bill, which they say would put its agents in danger. Forcing officers to show their full faces puts them and their families at risk of being doxxed and targeted by vicious criminals, including gang members, terrorists, cartel members, and murderers. It's unclear how or if the state can enforce a ban on federal agents, and will the Trump administration even comply? Cal State East Bay political analyst Nolan Higdon believes Newsom is preparing for a court battle.
What I think Newsom is probably planning on doing is seeing the federal government ignore these rules so he can then bring it to the courts. And I have a feeling that that's really where this fight is going to take place, with, Gavin on one side of the decision and President Trump on the other.
Late Saturday, the acting U.S. attorney posting on X, the state of California has no jurisdiction over the federal government. If Newsom wants to regulate agents, he must go through Congress. California's battle over immigration, far from over. Cornell Bernard, ABC 7 News.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, what's going on, family? It's Tyler from nopickspodcast.
Hey, it's Chelsea.
All right, so what's your thoughts on California Governor Gavin Newsom passing legislation to make, I guess, the detainment of, they call it immigrants, but illegal immigrants more difficult?
Gonna say, they kept saying immigrants, but
yeah, I hate when they do that shit. Like no one's target. Like the whole idea is, you know what? I'm gonna go on through my thing, but yeah, what's your thoughts? Him passing legislation to make it more difficult for them to do their jobs, basically.
So, but he is referring to undocumented.
Yes, yeah, he's talking about undocumented people, if you want to refer to him in that way. Yeah.
Well, I just was clear because I feel like immigrants is different than.
Yes, and that's the shit that pisses me off.
To me, right, because people are like, oh, immigrants, but yes, the U.S. was made on immigrants coming here, but legally.
Right.
Yeah, I was unsure why they do cover their face, but then they kind of explained that in the video, and it kind of makes sense because, if they do have angry family members that, they detain someone and then there's an angry family member, they could go after them, which, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, so to address that real quick, yeah, so they cover their face because they've been attacked. Like these people, they've had their cars bashed in. They've been physically attacked. These some of these agents or whatever. And there was a congresswoman, not congresswoman, like a councilwoman in California. I forget, maybe it was Sacramento or something, but she was Hispanic. She's Hispanic, and she came out. She made the news maybe a month or so back by saying she gets on the news saying, "Hey, MS-13, you guys want to be gangsters in your own neighborhoods and stuff like that. And when ICE is coming around, you guys don't even do anything to them. How about you show us how gangster you really are and do something to ICE? If you guys really want to be gangster." And so she was out there being yo, do some gangster stuff to these federal agents.
She was antagonizing the whole.
Right. She's like, oh, y'all want to be gangsters when it comes to other people in our community, but y'all don't want to be gangsters when the federal government and Trump and Tom Holmgren come with ICE and doing all this stuff to our community. How about y'all show us how gangster y'all really are? So it's kind of crazy when you think
And
about
then
it.
what
Like
happened? Nothing.
I mean, I don't see. I don't know if they took that and was like, okay, cool. Because listen, if I'm a gangster or whatever, that's dumb to even take you up on that offer, because like you got a whole different level of heat looking at you. If I do something to some dude in my hood, I got to worry about his family, his friends, whatever. If I do something to a federal agent, I got to worry about the goddamn federal government like coming. So that was crazy. But I guess her argument was, if you gangster, who cares, right? Like you don't care anyway, right? You ready to crash out and die anyway, right? So, but it was like it was crazy to say. But my thing is this. My personal opinion of with President Trump sending these people, the ICE people to different cities and the National Guard and all that stuff, right? But let's just keep it to ICE for now. I personally think that he should not send those people to those areas and let those places just be effed up. Don't send them to California. Don't send them to Illinois. Don't send them to Pennsylvania. Don't send them to Massachusetts. Don't send them to these places where these people are saying we don't want you here. Let that population, if some of them people are criminals, crash out, do all types of unspeakable stuff, and it'll be on those politicians in those areas. Don't go in there and force your way in there and be like, oh, I'm going to take care of these people whether or not they want my acceptance. No, let Gavin Newsom wear that on his head. If somebody crashes out and do something crazy in that state, be like, listen, we told you so. Just be like, okay, cool. I said this to Joe once. Don't give them no extra federal funding. When these motherfuckers be talking about some, oh my God, we need money for this, we need money for that. Help us pay for the illegal immigration document, like whatever, however you want to phrase what they are. Just be like, yo, we're not helping you with none of this shit. We told you we wasn't doing this. So cool. Do whatever you want to do with the money that you're allowed it every single year, but we're not giving you a penny extra for these people. So if you got budget issues, blame yourself. Same thing with Chicago. Chicago got like $1 billion shortfall coming this year. And it's because they spent like, and part of it is because they spent like $500 million on illegal migrants or whatever the phrase is. Yeah. Bro, listen, if I'm Trump, I'm not sending ICE to Chicago. I'm not sending ICE to all these cities where you guys are like, we don't want y'all here. Don't. Y'all handle it. Because your own people are saying we don't like this shit. So cool, knock yourself out. This is why y'all. This is a part of the reason why y'all lost the election, because y'all think illegal immigration is just no big deal. So you guys are like, oh, okay, cool, F it. Let's let the chips fall where they may. But you want to complain and beg the government for money, just like Eric Adams.
But you think you're gonna get the same funding,
right?
So.
Eric Adams of New York was saying, yo, this is gonna ruin New York. The governor, the mayor of Denver. Mayor Johnston crying and bitching like, oh my God, we can't do it. He starts shipping people other places. Eric the dude Chicago, Brandon Johnson, he's not shipping people anywhere, but he's begging the federal and the state government for money, because he's like, hey, listen, we cool with having these people here, but we can't afford them. So what do? He tried to raise the property taxes. The citizens went crazy. They were like, we're not paying for this undocumented population, so we can support them. So my opinion, bro,
people
just
don't want to pay
like
for
just
them.
save yourself the headache, and let them, what's that phrase? Give your enemies enough rope, they'll hang themselves. Just let them listen. You got 3.5 years or 3 years to be in office. Just let them do it, bro. Be like, okay, cool. Bring whatever illegal, just actually help them. Be like, oh, okay, cool. Put your resources to all the border states and send them to California, send them to New York, send them to Chicago, send them to Massachusetts, send them to all these places that they cry and bitch about it and ask for money. Just do it. And let them have all these people, and let them be responsible for them, and don't give them $1 extra. And when they try to raise taxes and it negatively affects the actual citizens that vote, let them bear the brunt of that. Just throw your hands up and be like, yo, okay, cool. We told y'all, we tried this. Y'all made it hard for us to do our jobs. Now we just going to put our efforts to where it matters, right? To where places that are not sanctuary cities, like, I don't know, somewhere in Oklahoma, like where the other places that are like, okay, cool, yeah, give us help. We need some help. We don't want these motherfuckers in our city.
Yeah.
That's my opinion anyway.
I feel like it's one of those things that it's like, you could tell someone so much, but they're not going to change their mind. And it's almost like they have to go through it in order to be like, okay, yeah, you were right. So I feel like I agree with you. Like, take them out and let them deal with the budget. Don't give them extra money. And when they're trying to figure out how to support them, but also, you know, everyone else in the city. And then there's issues when they try to like make money elsewhere by raising taxes and stuff, and it doesn't work. Well, then they're going to realize, okay, well, we can't really afford to keep paying for these people. And I feel like it's just one of those, like, you just have to let them figure it out for themselves and let them deal with the brunt of the people getting pissed off because you're raising taxes, whatever else, in order to kind of budget for these undocumented people.
Their videos, a recent video, the Chicago just passed like a $20 million like measure to like help illegal migrants. Brandon Johnson had a town hall meeting. This was literally like maybe like a week and a half ago. Yo, you had the residents of Chicago screaming and yelling at this dude. They like, yo, you keep helping this community. What about us? Why you not helping us?
Yeah.
We American citizens. Why we ain't getting no help? And
Right.
and until this day, I really don't understand what the play is. I don't understand why certain cities or certain communities are going so hard for the undocumented population. I really don't understand it.
I don't either.
I like what do you gain from it? It's not like, are you like, if you told me that the cartel was like giving these motherfuckers a bunch of money, then I would believe it, because this doesn't make sense. Like you're angering your own citizens. Like the dude, Brandon Johnson got like a 6% approval rating. He's only been mayor for like a year and a half.
Wow.
So like he don't have a goddamn snowball's chance in hell of being reelected as mayor of Chicago.
Yeah.
So
no.
I don't understand. So is he going to move to Mexico? Like is he going to be like, he could be the most popular black dude in Mexico? Like what is your goal here, bro? Like I truly don't understand what his mission is. Like, yo, like you're hated by people in Chicago and you're loved by the immigrant community in Chicago, and they can't vote. The illegal immigrant, right? Not regular immigrants.
That's what I mean. They're
can vote.
undocumented for a reason. So they're
Right.
not able
They
to
can't vote.
They can't vote.
They
Not
can't support you. Like you're giving them money, you're supporting them. So I don't
Right, like they're not paying federal taxes because they're undocumented. So it's like, and then I don't want my taxes or whatever else to be raised because you're trying to budget and pay for them when, you know, I'm trying to pay for myself. It's not like I'm rolling in the dough here. Like I'm just
like they got budget, like they got budget issues anyway. But you add the immigrant stuff on top of it,
that's what I mean.
It increased by like $400-500 million. It was like, bro, like you can't afford this shit.
Right. And there's so many other things to address that I'm sure in a budget that like that's just unnecessary to be trying to add them into the budget and pay for them when they're undocumented.
Right. And they were talking about like in Chicago, they're having an issue paying for schools. Like they don't know how they're going to like, you know, pay for schools for the next like 2 years. So they're talking about trying to get a short-term loan from like the government and being like, oh, we'll pay y'all back at like this percent rate. Like y'all have like real problems, and y'all adding more to try to accommodate a population because it makes you feel better. Like I'm like, I could go on about this illegal migration for forever, but I truly don't understand it. Like I don't like, so if everybody in the world wants to come to America, you'll be like, okay, yeah, come here. Y'all can all live here. That's not possible.
No, the economy is not going to be able to sustain that. But yeah, I don't know. You said they took out a loan. I feel like that's, you know, these females taking out loans for money they don't have to go to Dubai.
like a 40% interest rate. Like, bruh, like, is it that serious? Like
just put it on the card. I'll pay it back eventually.
I'm like, bro, like I don't get it, yo. And then like they just going so hard. I'm like, this is a losing argument for Democrats, man. Like this is why I got your ass kicked in presidential election, because like y'all look unreasonable. This isn't a reasonable thing for people to be like, okay, yeah, everybody in the world can just come here if you want. That's not reasonable. No country is like that. Try to go to France if you want. They kicking your ass out. Mm-hmm. They don't like, other countries don't play this shit. You can't just go there and just be playing around like, okay, cool, we live in here.
Right.
And be coming to give the government benefits. Like I work at the Social Security office. You know how many illegal people come in here with no Social Security numbers, like trying to apply for benefits? I'll be looking at them niggas like, yeah. How are you not scared to come in this office? Like, how are you? I
was gonna say it's very ballsy to do that when you're undocumented.
And it's crazy
trying to
because
get free
some of their kids
government
get benefits. Like some of their kids be getting benefits because they're American citizens because they were born here. But we look in the remarks and they be like, you know, the kid got a social security number, and then the remarks be like, mom and dad ain't got no social security number. And I'll be sitting there like, but they be sitting there looking at me like, yeah, help me out. I'll be like, how are you comfortable coming in here? I would not like. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No, and it's just one of those things like and then I feel like people that are like, oh, well, you know, you don't like immigrants, blah, blah. I have no problem with immigrants, but do it legally. Go through the process, become a citizen, get your own social security number, pay taxes like the
Right.
rest of us. And that's fine. I could care less where you come from, but like, don't come here and then, you know,
Shit is wild.
undocumented.
And then to pretend that the two are one and the same is intellectually dishonest. Like so you're making a moral argument for like one person. You're saying it's immigrant. So you're blanketing the people who came here legally with the people who came here illegally and making it seem like they're one and the same. And that's just an intellectually dishonest argument. And Gavin Newsom knows what he's doing by saying immigrant. The implication is the people who disagree with his point of view are xenophobic in some way, and that's not true. I've seen very conservative arguments. I've seen very conservative people make debates on this. Nobody disagrees with legal immigration. No one disagrees with it. No one is like, that shouldn't be a thing.
Because
it shouldn't happen.
They're the same as you. They're paying taxes. They're working. They're whatever. There's no, I haven't found anyone that disagrees with legal immigration.
Yeah. Listen,
it's the illegal immigration.
It's the illegal part.
But, whatever.
But he uses the term immigrant to make it seem like they're one and the same. But he's doing that on purpose to be like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like he's
right. And that's why I questioned the video in the beginning, because he kept saying immigrant as if it was like they were legal.
Right. Listen,
because to me, when I think immigrant, I'm like, okay, they came here illegally, whatever. I don't.
No one bats an eye. No one bats an eye. Not even if you speak English. Like even if you don't speak English, no one bats an eye. Like it's like you can speak whatever language that you came from, Laos, Cambodian, whatever it is. Like you can speak that language, and it's like okay, like we don't you got the same rights as I got.
Yeah.
So no one looks down on a population that wasn't born here. No one does that. Well, probably, let me not say. I'm sure some people do.
Maybe a little, but compared to undocumented, not
right. It ain't the same.
Close. Yeah.
No, I don't. Like I look at it as the same. Like if you're even if you're not a citizen, if you like you got one of those statuses to where you can be here legally, I'm all for it. I got no issue. Yeah. You should get all the government benefits that the money should afford. However, if you're not, like you popping up at the hospital, you buying a house, it's like, bro, like this is unfair.
Yeah.
My opinion, right? But I'm sure people will look at this and be like, you are xenophobic. But they definitely will. They definitely gonna play this.
Can't make everyone happy.
Yeah. All right, well, listen. Let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.